Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. They try to get in our way. Gotta break through!
Mega Ray!
Do it!
Blow
away! Demon Blade!
Eat dirt! Mega Ray! Cascade! If they rush you gotta jump for cover, okay? In here!
Lost! Get toasty!
Bird strike! Those bombs of yours are amazing!
Who needs a gun when you can send them flying? What could this be? Out of our way!
Take this!
Mega Ray! Dance in the wind!
Do it!
Wheel! Astral energy! Full throttle! Mega Ray!
Come and get
Lightning
do
orb!
it!
Lost! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
This could be useful.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Go no further!
I can handle it! Denied!
Elusive deity!
Raging cascade! I never miss!
Resonate
Here,
with
Mega
the
Ray!
Come on!
Stockpile!
Bird!
Magic
With
attack!
this!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Lightning Wyvern!
Not in your dreams!
Mirage!
Healing
Throttle!
Hey, that... Mega Ray!
Your helping me has become a pattern.
It's for the good of all of us.
Here I come!
Is it now?
Lightning orb!
Don't get careless.
There's something in the water. I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, This is Taka Pond, and it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Now, where might those fish be? Hup. Reel it in. Ugh. 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 Dagnabbit! It got away. Ha! I've got something. Ugh. Ugh. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
That went pretty well.
Reel it in. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
That went pretty well.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us. Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
We've got all the ingredients for that recipe now.
Great. I'll let you cook then.
Wait, what?
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is...
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Don't get careless!
Don't tell me! Take that!
Rising Wyvern! Here I come!
Now you see what I can do!
I'll thank you!
Airborne beast, my spec.
Fine, freeze! Why can't they just sit still?
Dhiara, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. This one's mine. Where are you going?
I'm ready!
Long, get toasty!
Bird strike! Resonate with the earth! Lightning thrust! Double demon strike! Resonate with the earth! Destruction! I'm ready! This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my art. When he slows down, that's our chance.
Trying to keep up with a wall!
Elusive deity, prepare to be sealed. I'll thank you. Here, Hurricane Strike.
In a bind?
Lightning condensed!
Pierce through. Sting us. It's time. No further. Dragon Swarm. Elusive deity. Try this. Can you take it? Tornado Drive. Here I come. Elusive deity. Raining now or never. Can't get out of this. Severing wings. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno. Take this. Elusive deity. Mirage. Dragon Swarm. Try this. Explosive ray. No further.
Photon, lightning condensed!
Finish it.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's down in history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I sense a strange power from this.
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guards.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Resonate with the earth! Come right on! Soaring light spear!
Dance in the wind! I'm not so good with airborne targets. Lightning
I
conduct!
can carve through armor!
Far
Got
enough!
flyers!
I've got it! Now let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Dance in the wind! Field!
Ah, thank you!
Get on in there with the others!
Resonate
Magic
with the
and
earth!
crossblade!
Lunarondo! Finish it! Alpha! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Dance in the wind!
finely timed
Like I
waltz.
do!
I'm ready!
Alpin! Astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them!
All in a day's work.
They're surrounding us! Magna Ray!
Resonate with the
Let
earth!
the marksman handle this!
Stalagmite!
Dance in the wind! Magna Ray! More for the stockpile! It's a duel of the arts!
Spear!
One more!
Airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
The enemy wields armor too.
We'll soon see about that! I'm ready! Raging Cascade! Magna Ray! Far enough! Light Astral Energy! I'll heal you all! Light Astral Energy! Dance in the wind! I'll heal you all! Air thrust! Damn it!
Your power is
spectacle to behold.
one's mine!
I'm not trying to be dramatic with it.
No
Still,
further!
it's a part of you. Embrace it.
You're mine!
We turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Healing circle activated. Now, Alphen, this ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
I can feel my power growing!
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah.
Get lost!
I'll take you all on! Armor is all mine! I'll face you!
Ready to go!
Elusive deity!
Denied! Leave the enemy's arc to me! Who wants to die next?
No place here! You picked the wrong fight!
Magna Ray! Let the marksman handle this! Where are you going? Sleep now!
In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
Magna Ray!
Explosive ray!
Who wants to die next?
Elusive deity!
Magna Ray! Supernova!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Healing circle!
Take this!
Photon lightning control!
Now you see what I can do!
Thunder cover the caster! Magna Ray! Not in your dreams! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Elusive deity!
Ready to go! It's showtime!
Denied! Burn! A new melody!
Right! Magna Ray!
Rising Watcher! Elusive deity!
Now! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes, a merry distraction.
There's still more to go! Magna Ray!
Explosive ray!
I'm ready! Alphen! Astral energy!
Say no more.
With this, I can become even stronger! I won't forgive you!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Magna Ray! I'll heal you all! I'll show
Leave
you
the
just
agile
how
ones
strong
to
my
me.
arts really are! I'll heal you all! Healing circle! Take this! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Elusive deity!
You require
Can't get out of this!
Ready to go!
benediction
Armor
light.
won't save you! Thank you! Not so fast!
I've healed myself.
I'm gonna need more. Okay, here I...
Another incantation ruined.
I'll heal you all! I've taken too much damage!
That's your art?
That's my key!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's the lightning Thank you.
Ready and ready!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Not on my watch. Primed and ready.
To attack without mercy.
Now, because it's frozen.
Hammer!
Mega Ray! Photon Raging Cascade! Who wants to die next? In here! Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Don't push yourself too hard.
This'll make us even more formidable.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Resonate with the
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Raging Cascade! Mega Ray!
Will this help?
Dance in the wind! Healing Circle!
Did you just hear me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Far enough! Elusive deity!
You picked the wrong fight.
Rotating pile shattering the pieces!
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade! In a bind!
Here goes Mega Ray!
Rising Wyvern!
Raging Cascade! I never miss! Sleep now!
Take it.
Get on in
Now
there
you
with
see
the
what I
others.
can do! I'm ready! Hey! Ha! Blow them away!
My fists are crushing it out there!
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have...
Come and face me.
Mega Ray! Lightning Condemned!
Here I come.
Thunderblade!
Begin! Elusive deity! Rotating pile time!
Fluid kick.
Lightning or Raging Cascade! In here!
Rising Wyvern.
Mega Ray!
Elusive deity!
Freeze Lancer!
Rotating pile timer!
Rising
Resonate
Wyvern.
with the earth!
Dance in the wind! Mega Ray! Raging Cascade! Primed and ready! Mega Ray!
We turn the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Lightning Condemned! Mega Ray!
Thank you!
Thunderblade! One more time!
You're mine.
Shattering the pieces!
Devastation.
Elusive deity!
Mega Ray!
I'm ready!
Healing! This one's got your name on it!
Ask to action! Step back! This one's all law!
What could this be? Bad feeling about this.
Mega Ray! Raging Cascade!
In a bind?
Mega Ray! Sleep now! More for the summertime!
Light.
Sleep now! I can't heal you forever!
Rising Wyvern.
Healing Circle! Alright! Mega Ray! Showtime!
Do they not teach you to say thank you in Dana?
Not to a Renin, they don't. Confiscating!
Resonate with the earth!
Dance in the wind! Air I never miss!
You picked the wrong fight.
Nothing gets by me!
Sweet dreams!
Finish it!
Doubling!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Take this!
Certainly not.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Photons dance in the wind!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Here I come!
Armor won't save you!
Elusive Deity! Blade! Rotating pile fiber!
Raging Cascade!
I'll face you! Finish it!
Ellen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting. Great, now I'm hurt and dirty.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
With the earth! Take this! Dragon Tag! Infernal Torrent! He's burning hell!
Your destiny. Then tonight's meal is on you. Good God.
Take this!
Can't get out of this!
Dragon Swarm! Pierce through! Rising Wyvern!
In the wind! In here!
Begin! Swallow
I can
Blade!
handle it!
Now!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Resonate Rising Wyvern!
Far enough!
Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Fear!
Attack time! All right if I do!
Elusive
I
Deity!
never miss!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
I need to be stronger. Dispose of the trash.
Mega Ray!
Elusive Deity!
Go
Hitting Pile Fiber! Hurrah!
Air thrust!
Elusive Deity!
Mega Ray!
You picked the wrong fight! Elusive Deity!
Now!
Juggling! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
Dance in the wind!
Soaring Light Spear!
Field!
Those are impressive skills.
They took a lifetime to master.
Well, I'll have to keep training.
You're going pretty hard in this battle.
I am not usually given to restraint.
Sometimes I believe you're stronger than you let on.
Air thrust!
You require a hand.
Now! Astral energy! Full throttle! With this, I can become even stronger.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That It's not for me to say.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. Go no further! Primed and
I've
ready!
used too much.
Where are you going?
Take this!
Hands in the wind! Mega Ray!
Ignite! Ha! Does it hurt? Here I go! I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Got it!
Well done!
You're finished!
I don't mind if I do!
Soda!
Raging cascade!
You're on! Finish
Whoa!
it!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Mega Ray! Alright, it's just...
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Out of our way!
Begin!
Mega Ray!
Begin!
Lightning Arc! Raging cascade! Sleep now! I'm just waiting off. Where are you going?
Resonate with the earth!
You
picked the wrong fight!
Mega Ray! Astral energy! Full throttle! Raging cascade!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Mega Ray!
Take it!
Armor won't save you!
Denied! I'm ready!
Finish it!
Now! Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
So I still had room to grow.
Hi, Hoodle! Mega Ray!
You're mine! I'll face you!
Light! Will this help?
Why'd you heal me?
No,
Stop you dying?
Ah, right.
Light astral energy! Mega Ray! Mega Ray!
Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver!
Lightning condemned!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking and more doing! Raging cascade!
Elusive deity!
Now, Elton! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that game.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Wow! Look what I just found.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Healing bolt! Hitting again!
Take it! You're mine!
Where are you going?
Rising Wyvern! Take this!
Mega Ray! Come on! I'll blow you to smithereens! Lightning Orb! Mega Ray! Here goes! Raging Cascade! Here, you are in tip-top shape!
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more
Dhiara
ammo.
frozen!
Hammer!
Here goes!
Mega
Wave now!
Rising Wyvern!
Let's get you off of the way!
Tornado Drop!
More with that Mega Ray!
Elusive Ease!
My astrolabe in the sky is mine!
Be still!
I never miss!
Hurricane Thrust!
Mega now! Lightning Orb!
I've used a bit too much healing. That equipment should come in handy.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking. What am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
What's that big tower over there? Not this way, I guess.
Man, I'm famished. Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
love the sound of hammers banging away.
Maybe I'll get some training in before we eat.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant. This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they see this!
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes, when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
Great, now I'm hurt and dirty.
Take this!
Lightning can surround in your dream! Lightning can surrounding us! Thunderblade!
Blind freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sim, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Elusive deity!
Lightning orb! Raging cascade!
I'm ready! Outfit! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Here goes!
Finally timed
Lightning
waltz.
condemned! Thunderblade!
Take this! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Dance in the wind!
Lightning block!
Field!
I'll smash you!
I never finished! Let's get you all tucked away!
Finish it!
Mega red!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! This could be useful.
Great, now I'm hurt and dirty.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough!
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you? the earth! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Not today!
Focus your attack!
Elusive deities!
Now's our chance. Don't mind if I do. Photon overhead. All right, it's go time. I'll heal you all. Here.
Be still!
Anything in armor is all mine.
I'll heal you all. Lightning orb. It's go time. This one's mine. I'll be saving this one. Healing circle. Where are you going? Too much to handle?
Enjoy.
I can only rely on myself.
Here.
Now you see what I can do.
Lightning orb.
I can handle it.
Okay, here I go.
Will this help?
Double demon blast!
Here.
Will this help?
Load with the stockpile.
Take this.
Thunder field.
Show me your... Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time. Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey,